The Chancellor for Heroes National Order and Declarations of Honor is a government organ established in 1995 after 1994 genocide against Tutsi. It was set to actually do more important responsibilities more than any other thing, that at least 2 or 3 activities. One is to carry out research on outstanding achievers who manifest themselves for heroes. Second act is to organize the celebration of National Heroes Day and then choose the day of celebrating National Heroes Day. Today we are celebrating National Heroes Day on 1st February every year. That was out of this commission which was set up in 1995. But among those also we carry out research on outstanding achievers which may lead to great heroes, where we have 3 categories of heroes. We have Imanzi at the supreme category, we have Imena at the second category, then Ingenzi category. But not only heroes, but also the research we are doing, we have also people who can be award different medals. Now today on national level we award 7 medals depending on the activities that that person has done in terms of promoting heroism culture or preserving heroism culture. We have 3 Heroes Mausoleum. One is Remera National Heroes Mausoleum as the headquarters. We have another one called the Rwandan Identity from Ngororero District, Nyange sector at the Nyange Secondary School. And we have also another one from Rubavu, former St Peter or St Pierre, where we called it the Mausoleum for Humanity. Among the mausoleum there, we have different activities that are being presented in the mausoleum. Here, the National Heroes Mausoleum, Remera, it has 2 parts. One part is about the mausoleum, which composed of the symbols of the heroes, then and also the tombs of the national heroes. Among them, you have only 2 tombs here, the tomb for late Fred General Gisa Rwigema and Wiringima and Agatha. Others are symbols that representing the heroes who have different categories. And that one also contains the symbols of a non-soldier and then any other act representing heroic act in Rwanda. Another part is about like museum. Museum composed of a house that will be exhibited in this mausoleum, the historical background of heroic act in Rwanda, Africa, all over the world, which is composed of the museum, and there will be exhibition and a gallery of all heroes we have in Rwanda, and also other people serving as examples of heroes in all parts of Africa world. Then after there, we have this mausoleum, National Heroes Mausoleum, as a part of educating area, but more especially on youth, because we engage in youth so that they can learn from our heroes, they can learn from heroes' values, so that they can also be heroes like any other. As well as we teach and we do celebrate, we inspire, we assume that the heroes we have in Rwanda, and even we have heroes in the future, will be an inspiration to the younger generation so that they can step into the heroes that we have today, and even they can do outstanding act beyond what we can see today. That's what we call the mausoleum, and the importance of that is to inspire, to educate, to celebrate National Heroes Day. And then we can imagine why we do celebrate National Heroes Day. National Heroes Day, we do it because of a culture, not only Rwanda, but all over the world. Each society and each country has the way of celebrating their heroes because of their outstanding act, which can be celebrated always, but also be a lesson to other people which can learn from them. So that's why we normally have these Heroes Mausoleums. Though you have 3 now, we may extend even to more than 1, because we expect to do exhibition from Nyagatare, where late Major General Fred Gisa Rwigema died from, Nyabwishongwezi. We can put signpost. We want to signpost in Musanze district, where the Rwagasana Michel and the second category was killed from there, and plus all those things, so it will be exhibited in the house inside, and then we will be celebrating National Heroes Day, but we need to extend all those activities all over the country. Here, the National Heroes Mausoleum Remera. This mausoleum composes of all the history of all heroes in Rwanda, plus other examples of different world. So the exhibition and the gallery of here is going to present all that. Secondly, that's when we celebrate National Heroes Day in this place. On 1st February every year, the day celebrates here. But on the other hand, the day is celebrated in village level all over the country. But in Nyange, Ngororero District, we have a specification of that mausoleum, which is called Rwandan Identity. When the infiltrators came and attacked the school of Nyange Secondary School during the night, they forced them to separate based on their so-called ethnic groups, Hutu, Tutsi, or Rutwa. Then the students refused, saying we are all Rwandans, because they knew that if they separate, they will kill one. And they were choosing Tutsis, so they would have killed the Tutsis, but they defended their identity. They refused to separate according to their ethnic groups. After refusing, they started to kill them. So they attacked Senior 5 and the Senior 6. All of them in number, they are 46. Immediately, they killed 6 immediately. After killing them, others refused. They say we are all Rwandans. So that mausoleum of Nyange identifies the Rwandan identity, and the way the students showed the heroic act by not identifying with others, by not separating based on the ethnic groups. That one is a Rwandan identity, is just the difference there. And then the history has been exhibited, and even the cabinet meeting approved the symbol of that heroic act of Nyange students. So if you go there, you find the symbol, you find the history of that students who never identified themselves based on so-called ethnic groups. If you go to Rubavu, it was a center for training in the Catholic Church at Diocese of Nyundo. The head of that diocese, she is called Nyange Secondary. She had people of like 43 people who went there who were running of the killings, Tutsis. And Nyange Secondary was not a Tutsi. He was not among the group which was being killed, but she refused to release them. She had the brother who was Lieutenant Colonel Nzongiza Alphonse came to pick her so that he can save her life. She said, instead of saving my life, I don't save 53 who are there, I'd rather die with them. So she was killed there. That act only shows the humanity of that people of that kind. So the mausoleum there, after being exhibited, it will be a mausoleum of humanity, which we need to learn from there, that every human being must perform, must work as an example of a hero Nyange Secondary who did not want to leave the people there, so she chose to die with them. To categorize heroes in Rwanda, we normally base on outstanding act, how they have done it, by outweighing the act of that person. But one must be showing bravery, high integrity, serving as an example, but above all, people who are able to die on behalf of others, and people who work or who can do something which is in the general interest. Even the channel, according to the law, we have 3 categories as I've mentioned, but in the first category we normally put people who are not alive, the superior category. The second category of women and Gen Z, they can be alive or not. The now today heroes we have today arrived there at 9. There are those who have been a student of Nyange from Senior 5 to Senior 6. They have been 46 in number. 6 died immediately after being attacked. 1 died in 2001 because of the fragments. Another one died in 2018 because of the normal sickness. Now we still have 39 heroes who are still alive. So we can have heroes in the second category and the third category when they arrive. But when they don't arrive, they normally go to the first category. But it's not automatic that whoever dies will go to Imanzi category, first category. It depends on outstanding act that hero manifesting during his outstanding act. The younger people who can be inspired to be heroes, one, they need to learn from the heroes we have today, what they have done, the conditions and circumstances they did that thing. Secondly, they can also aim at becoming heroes depending on the values that we must be having as national heroes, like bravery, patriotism, serving exemplary, working hard, and so forth and so on. Another one which is good now, if you consider the younger ones, nowadays we consider hero in different domain. The other years, or years in history, heroes has been seen only in military activities or in security organizations. But today, whoever who can do outstanding act in terms of political, in terms of economic, in terms of justice, in terms of social, in terms of empowerment, in terms of any other life in this country can be a hero. In terms of IT, in terms of technology, everything there. You can be a hero depending on what you specialize to work on, and you do it well so that it can serve as a general interest. What I can say on 30th anniversary of heroism in Rwanda, it is a good year to celebrate because 30 years is not so retro, but starting from zero, it is not so easy. What I can say, people should actually face back and also think about where you have been in 1994 and see what has been done today, and then see what can be preserved. In the long journey of 30 years, Rwanda has achieved a lot in terms of politics, economics, social justice, and the social welfare of people. And in terms of infrastructure, if you see Kigali how it looks today, and the way it has been in 1994, it is totally different. Nothing else but heroic act because of good leadership, because of good governance, because of good trend of the leadership that make people work, that make work in the values of heroism, which make this act of 30 years be possible. So we need to preserve this history of 30 years, and we do more about that, but especially youth who are still young and who are the one to occupy and succeed these outstanding achievements need to be preserved, protected, but above all, work hard so that they can achieve more than what has been achieved in 30 years.